The snake and the chatterbox high in the golden hills where rivers whispered through the rocks and flowers painted the fields in endless colors, there lived a village small and cheerful where everyone knew everyone and stories traveled faster than the wind. In this village lived a woman named Layla, who was known far and wide not for her kindness or her wisdom, but for her endless chatter. Layla loved to talk. She spoke from dawn till dusk, to neighbors to strangers, even to the trees if no one else was around. Her voice filled the village like birdsong, though not everyone thought it was sweet. She knew every secret, every story, every scandal. She did not mean harm, perhaps, but her mouth ran faster than her mind. In the same hills hidden among shadows and vines lived a snake named Sibar. Sibar was old, clever, and silent. He watched the world from under cool rocks and between tall grass. He had no friends, and he liked it that way, for he believed silence was a treasure and words were blades too easily thrown. Sibar had seen Layla many times wandering the hills, picking flowers and berries, all while speaking to herself or anyone who would listen. He found her voice annoying, a constant buzz in an otherwise peaceful world. But more than that, he found her dangerous. One day, while slithering near the village, Sibar overheard Layla telling a group of children about an old tree deep in the forest, a tree said to be magical with roots that whispered to the ground and leaves that glowed at dusk. I heard it from my uncle, who heard it from his grandmother. Layla said proudly, "They say if you touch its bark, your wishes come true." The children gasped wide-eyed. "Tell us where it is," Layla grinned. "It's a secret, of course, but maybe I'll draw you a map." Sibar froze. He knew the tree she spoke of. It was ancient, sacred, protected by nature itself. If too many humans found it, they might destroy its magic. And Layla was about to send curious feet straight to it. That night, Sibar slithered close to her window and listened. She was still talking to herself, making plans, laughing about how impressed the children had been. Enough, Sibar thought she must be taught a lesson. But he did not believe in biting without reason. He was not that kind of snake, so he decided on a cleverer path. The next day, Sibar disguised himself with mud and moss, making his scales look like bark and his eyes like amber stones. Then he waited near the old tree. As expected, Layla arrived. She had followed her own story, curious if the tale she told might be true. She gasped when she saw the glowing leaves and the twisted bark. "So it is real," she whispered loudly. Sibar uncoiled from the shadows and spoke in a voice deep and ancient. "You have found the Tree of Echoes, mortal. But you have broken the silence with lies." Layla jumped back. "Who said that? I did." The snake replied, "I am its guardian, and you have disturbed the balance with your tongue." "I didn't mean to." Layla stammered. "I only shared a story." "Words are seeds," Sibar hissed, "and some grow into thorns." "I'm sorry." Layla said, her voice quieter than ever before. "I didn't know." "Then learn," said Sibar. "I will give you a gift, but also a curse. For 3 days you will not speak, not a whisper, not a word. And if you do, the forest will turn its back on you forever." Layla's eyes widened. She wanted to protest, but already her voice had vanished. She ran home, hands over her mouth, trying to cry out to neighbors to explain. But no sound came. At first, the village rejoiced, thinking she had finally learned to listen. They smiled, gave her space and peace. But soon they missed her stories, her laughter, her warmth behind the words. Layla sat alone watching others talk, feeling like a ghost. She walked in silence, helped in silence, cried in silence. 3 days passed, and just as suddenly her voice returned. She ran to the hills to find the snake I have learned. She said, "I didn't understand the weight of words before, but now I do." Sibar studied her. "Then use them wisely, for words can heal as much as they harm." From that day on, Layla changed. She still spoke, but with care. Her words became gentle like streams flowing between stones, and people listened truly, listened for the first time. And the forest watched from afar, content that balance had returned. Some say if you walk quietly near the Tree of Echoes, you can still hear Layla's first silent tears and the whisper of a snake, reminding the world that every voice carries power.